Aloha, everyone from Maui, where the weather is extremely hot, and I'm actually making this video in board shorts. I know it's a winter wonderland out there on the East Coast, and that was actually evident in the volume in the NASDAQ today. But despite that, markets were as happy as everybody on the East Coast being on Maui. The NASDAQ rallied, the New York Stock Exchange rallied, the Russell 2000 rallied and led the way up almost 1%. And something that's kind of odd here, which could be very good, is that we haven't turned up on TSV. We're still making short term lower and lower lows. And MACD down here isn't showing any kind of bullish convergence yet. So right now, I would say that this is a potential big positive once the oscillators start agreeing with price. If not, even if we sell off, we're pretty near oversold levels here, so I can't see us selling off that much. So the NYSE, you can see the exact same thing. S&P 500, the identical thing. Dow Jones Industrial Average, same identical pattern. All these indexes were up today, and the NASDAQ, same thing. Neither TSV or MACD are saying that it wants to race higher, but as you can see, they all look good. And then if we look at the stochastics, they're finally starting to get above the moving average here on the NYSE, S&P 500, starting to curl upwards, NASDAQ curling upwards, and the Russell 2000 curling upwards. So that could be a potential positive sign. And one of the things I can't show you here that I saw on Thursday that I just completely forgot to mention on Friday, the advanced decline line of the New York Stock Exchange is hitting new highs. So with the advanced decline line hitting new highs ahead of the overall market, that is a very healthy thing. Not only is it a healthy thing, but it's a great confirmation of that we're not near a top, because as I just also learned by back testing that data, we have never topped out in the stock market without first seeing a negative divergence in the advanced decline line. And I mean never. So we've never once had the advanced decline line hitting new highs, and then shortly after that, there we go. We go into a bear market, and that's it, down 5, 10, 20%. So what we're seeing right now with the advanced decline line hitting new highs, and with the way that, look at us, we're long, we're tracking, I'm personally tracking 64 stocks amongst two portfolios. One of the portfolios, the most it has is 56 stocks. I'm fully invested, and just think, I only have one partial sell today in a speculative stock, CERU, which is only given out to video members. You can see it lost its green bop on heavier volume. It's a 50% sell. You can then set a sell stop intraday below 790 at 789 if you want to see the thing move higher immediately, or a final sell stop at 785. The previous final sell stop was actually all the way down here at 750. So with so many nice stocks, we can raise that up to 785 now, and if CERU doesn't move up immediately, we'll just be out. And besides that, I had two stocks hit intraday. AGTC, damn it, 25% of it got hit intraday after adding back. So it made a move here, sold most of my position on this day. You see the low of the day was 22.52, almost cut it that day, got lucky this day. And so I added back my position on, I believe it was this day right here on the 22nd, because it dipped down to where I put my limit at, which was either 24, I think it was 23.75. So it hit my 23.75 limit by hitting 23.42. And then with this now being the new low a day, I put a quarter of my limit back, or quarter of my sell stop here. And damn it if it didn't just break right below that. Hitting down to 23.22 by 20 cents and reversing higher. But the good news is it lost its green bop, its catalyst, so it isn't like it's a major buyback. But technically, AGTC would be a buyback of the position sold today. And then another speculative stock, big deal, JOB. I had intraday sell stops below 87. And where else would it have been? 87, and then it would have been 88. So with it closing below 88 and 87 at one point intraday, I was totally sell stopped out around 84, 85 cents. But by the end of the day, it looks fine, so it's still holding its position. So at the end of the day, the only true sell was CERU. So that shows you how bullish we are despite being heavily long. And once again tonight, we have a lot of new long positions. LNG, I was going to set a buy stop on this one just above these highs here, but I ran out of cash this weekend, so I couldn't do it. But now I'm getting a pocket pivot point signal. So with what I do have left in the cash account and the what I do have left of capital in the cash account, it's going into LNG. So LNG will be the only stock I can add in the cash account, and it's not even going to be a full 1% of a position because that's how little cash I have. I'm fully invested, and everything looks great in that account. Margin account, it's good though, 2.5%. Also, SKX, another stock producing a pocket pivot point signal. Looks kind of wild here, but if you look at a weekly, it's very tight compared to its previous uptrend in 2014. SKX, like LNG. LNG, I think, is a perfect speculator stock. Actually, we can try to find out right now. I'm not sure if that's pre or the right one. Perfect speculator, J, LNG. Yes, so LNG is an actual perfect speculator stock, and SKX is also a perfect speculator stock. So you have two perfect speculator stock scan actionable pocket pivot point signals today. And then the only other new long signal is HCA. It's being added to the S&P 500, but that volume's huge in the retake of the 50-day moving average. And then to add to its gains following the news of it being added to the S&P 500, very, very bullish long-term pattern. HCA is a new long signal, also 2.5%. Once again, though, HCA SKX will not go in the cash account, only LNG. And then CBPO is giving another add signal with another heavy volume bounce, basically off the 50-day moving average, with BOP rising again. Oh, wow, it was almost a triple stutter. Add. So it's looking very good for this stock. So we'll see how this one wants to do. HCA has earnings on the 2nd, SKX has earnings on the 10th, LNG has earnings on the 19th. CBPO, I believe, doesn't have earnings to March 9th, if I remember correctly. I looked it up back on like Wednesday, I think, whenever I got that first long signal, or first ad signal, or Thursday, Friday. That was Thursday. Thursday, Friday, today. Okay, so that makes more sense. All right, everybody, that's it. I can't think of anything else that I want to go over besides just go with the trend. Don't try to outsmart the market. There's a lack of bears out there, but with the advanced decline line hitting new highs, we look really good here. Excuse me.